Uh, so for those of you who haven't met me yet, my name is Cheyenne Chernov, and I am National Marketing Director with the Juice Plus Company, an achievement that I could not have accomplished without the shared vision my team and I have. This coming October, I will be celebrating 16 years of both taking Juice Plus and being a partner with the Juice Plus Company, which was one of the wisest decisions I have ever made, both from a health and wealth standpoint. The title of my talk tonight is Teamwork is Dream Work, and I hope you will pick up some valuable tips that will support you building your businesses and awesome teams. So if you want to grab a pen and a piece of paper, if you want to take some notes. I want to start by reading a quote by Andrew Carnegie. Teamwork, he said, is the ability to work together toward a common vision. The ability to direct individual accomplishments toward organizational objectives. It is the fuel that allows common people to attain uncommon results. Our company, under the guidance of our founder, Jay Martin, had a vision over 50 years ago to build a strong and lasting company that would allow as many people as possible realize their dreams. And to that end, our company put forth its vision for 2025. The vision is now to double our company by that year, and we're encouraging all partners to actively invite people to come join us as we work towards accomplishing our company's vision and inspiring healthy living around the world. As an only child, I was brought up to be independent and self-reliant. If something had to be done, I did it. Growing up, I was not part of any team. I was pretty much on my own. And as an art student and teacher, I spent countless hours alone in front of my canvases and classes. However, upon looking back at my teaching career, the highlight for me was the completion of a vision I had creating an international bazaar, showcasing the student body, which was comprised of over 92 countries at the high school I was teaching at. The principal wanted to elevate our school's position in the community and asked if I would take on a special event, and my vision was born. It was my baby, and I quietly engaged all the students in my 5 art classes to participate. I also engaged the other art teachers to be involved. For nearly 6 months, we invited any student who had a talent they wanted to share, come join us. I brought in professional dancers to teach the native dances of China and Thailand, Africa. We created kiosks to showcase art and foods from over the 50 countries that were highlighted that night. The night of the event, the air was filled with excitement. And by the night's end, we were all ecstatic. The evening was a huge success. And the following day, I was approached by several different department heads who now wanted to get involved with the following year's event. In theory, that was wonderful. However, as the year progressed, Each had their own vision, and that was a big lesson in teamwork. I learned that too many cooks often could spoil the brew if there's not a common vision, a common goal, and common dedication amongst the team. Once I gave up my leadership role, I found myself on a runaway train with no direction. My original vision was blurred, and the second International Bazaar was a flop. So I learned the hard way that it's one mutual vision with a team going in the same direction, which is the fuel that allows common people to attain uncommon results. I also learned that true high performance teamwork requires an extraordinary amount of trust, faith, and belief among the team members, with a common set of values and goals, much like a strong marriage. Break your trust and belief in the common vision, and you break the foundation of your team and the vision. I will share 10 tips that serve to cultivate strong teams that achieve results that exceed anything that one individual can do alone. And perhaps at the end of this talk, you could add your own tips that you would like to share. So tip number one, it's not about me. It's about we. It's important to put the team first while helping to direct the activities towards a common goal. It's a delicate balance between gently guiding and micromanaging. If you have the belief that you alone can succeed, you may wind up alone on a desert island. It's only with a group focused on a common mission, a common purpose, that great things are accomplished. Each member of the team needs to know his or her worth. Therefore, it's of the utmost importance that the team leader sings the praises of the skills of each member of the team. You know, Christopher Columbus may be credited for finding the New World, but let's remember he sailed out with 3 ships, each filled with a crew. Each crew member had a specific job to fulfill. And I imagine those ships never would have reached their destination if everyone didn't pull together and do their job to the best of their ability. Tip number 2, lead by example by committing yourself to excellence. Chris Droves, who is a 100 Club International Marketing Director, always says, we need to be the best member of our team. By always striving to be your best and setting achievable examples, your teams will want to do their best too. We do that by setting realistic goals for ourselves and being accountable for them. By setting realistic goals, we can help our teams to set realistic goals for themselves and be accountable for them as well. There is nothing more deflating than to set an unrealistic goal and not making it. To this end, Chris has put together goal-setting guidelines with activities for her team to follow. She says you can't hit a target you can't see. So these guidelines lay out a time frame to accomplish each goal. And it's really what our company has put in place. 10 to 30 days to reach Partner Plus, 30 to 60 days to reach QSC, and there's goals all the way up to reaching National Marketing Director and beyond. When these activities are clearly stated and implemented, success is attainable. Tip number 3, empower your team. Ultimately, your goal as a team leader is to create other leaders. So everyone needs to step up to the plate, as they say in baseball, and be accountable. That said, you also want to build independent partners who know what to do, where to go to find the answers, and help build their own teams. When everyone follows the plan, the team's effectiveness rises above the sum of all its parts. No one becomes an NMD by themselves. And certainly I have learned that lesson. It's the synergy of the team that gets them to be the NMD team. So you can ask yourself and your partners this question. When you look into the mirror, do you see a person committed to excellence, a tenacious team member striving for success? Empower each teammate with the information they need to become independent as soon as possible. The goal is to give your teams the tools they need to be successful quickly. Communicate clearly what they need to know. And we are so fortunate to be with a company that has so many tools in place for us to use. So instead of micromanaging, we have an array of videos and websites to send our teams to learn. And by doing so, they will be able to pass this knowledge forward as well. By empowering your teams with knowledge, you will be creating strong partners who can implement and duplicate these teachings. And this was a hard tip for me to learn. Being a nurturer, I enjoyed helping and doing lots of things to my teams. It gave me a sense of purpose. I remember the first time I realized one of my teammates, who you met tonight, didn't need me anymore. Well, on a certain level. And I was sad until I realized, hey, I actually did my job well. She's now knocking on the door to becoming a national marketing director too. And our friendship has never been stronger. I can't wait to celebrate with her. So tip number 4, be a good listener. To quote Socrates, nature has given us 2 ears, 2 eyes, but 1 tongue, so that we should hear and see more than we speak. To inspire people, we need to tune in to what motivates them, to listen to them and hear them, to understand what moves them, what's important to them. To relate to people, we need to demonstrate that we understand and value them. And how is that accomplished? Well, tip number 5 is going to help with that. Tip number 5 is ask the right questions and then listen. Having an open dialogue with your teammates can create profound understanding, leading to opportunities for growth and healthier, more productive relationships and activities. The first time I met my upline, Karen Smith, 15 years ago, she asked me, what my story was. I was so green. I said, story? What story? I don't have a story. Well, that was the beginning of a beautiful partnership and friendship. And I quickly learned what my story was. And I've been sharing it ever since. So here are some great questions to ask. What do you want? When do you want it? And what are you willing to do to get it? And Karen's favorite question is, quote, if you received a check at the end of each month, what amount would make you smile? And here's another interesting question. It's timely. How do you see your life post-COVID? Tip number 6, be a problem solver. In order to know there is a problem, you must ask the right questions. I was talking to a new partner just yesterday, and I asked her a simple question. Do you have any health challenges? That opened a huge conversation and how Juice Plus can support her immune system and help her healing process. For years, I wouldn't ask questions because I didn't want to appear to be nosy. But I've come to realize without asking those important questions, valuable time and energy can be lost. Not to mention people who need Juice Plus and won't hear about it from me. Asking how much money they want to make monthly, annually, is a very important question to ask to help someone balance their finances. It's taking interest in their life and how to serve them best. Tip number 7, build trust. Creating a team that not only trusts you, but trusts in our company as well is of vital importance. And how do we build trust? It's not something that happens overnight, but something that happens over time. When your team sees that you keep your word, you tell the truth, they see you're living with integrity and sharing from your heart. When they see you put the team's needs before your own, then you have the ingredients for building trust. Some questions you can ask yourself. Do you walk your talk? Do your teammates know they can call on you, depend on you? Do you treat people with respect and dignity? Are you a positive role model? Tonight, my team was highlighted on the Healthy Living event. And as I listened to my teammates share their stories, I was filled with such pride and love. These stories were born out of years of commitment and team engagement. The connections and love we feel towards each other was palpable. And 15 years ago, I had a vision of creating a wellness warrior team. And as each member shared their story, I was overwhelmed to witness my vision was alive and well. Tip number 8, promote independence. As close as I am to my teams, these leaders are all strong and independent. They have learned what needs to be done and how to teach their teams to succeed. Each one has a unique personality, and we are stronger in the diversity we encourage. They also know that I am here for them, and we continue to be stronger together. Tip number 9 is have fun. There are many things I can thank Karen for. However, teaching me the importance to having more fun with my teams, to celebrate all their wins, to acknowledge their contributions is at the top of the list. This past year has been a challenging time to celebrate together. But every week on our team call, Karen brings levity and fun to our meetings. And I know when we can gather together again in Atlanta, we are going to have a very happy time celebrating each other. Tip number 10, patience and perseverance. As I shared earlier, this October I will be celebrating 16 years with the Juice Plus Company. And for a number of years, I was, to be honest, resting and nesting as a very happy qualifying national marketing director. However, when I asked my dear friend and upline Karen Smith what she would like for her 50th birthday present, she caught me totally off guard and said, I want you to become a national marketing director. I remember looking at her and without even thinking, I said, okay, if that's what you really want, I'm going to give it to you. And within 4 months of committing to do it, I did fulfill my promise. So with perseverance and patience and desire, anything is possible. Stay in line, never give up on yourself or on any of your partners. And I want to close tonight's training with a story. It's the story of the geese. It has a great message for everyone who wants to emulate teamwork is dream work. So the story of the geese goes as follows. As geese flap their wings, they create an uplift for the birds following. By flying in a V formation, the whole flock adds 71% greater flying range than if any bird was to fly alone. Whenever a goose falls out of formation, it suddenly feels the drag and resistance of trying to fly alone and quickly gets back into formation to take advantage of the lifting power of the bird immediately in front. The geese in formation honk from behind to encourage those up front to keep up their speed. When the lead geese gets tired, it rotates back into formation and another goose flies at the point position. When a goose gets sick or wounded or is shot down, 2 geese drop out of formation and follow it down to help and protect it. They stay until that geese is able to fly again or dies. They then launch out on their own to catch up with their flock or another flock. As leaders, we need to know when to lead, when to honk, when to pull back, and when to stand with each other in difficult times. That is the true essence of dream work as teamwork. I'm so happy we were together tonight. I hope you enjoyed the evening as much as I did. And I'm wishing everyone much success and looking forward to being together in Atlanta this October. Good night, everyone.
Cheyenne, that was so beautiful. Wow. Thank you so much for covering this training segment this evening and doing such an excellent job of illustrating teamwork, making the dream work, and the 10 tips for business as well as living life overall. I mean, they're just like so profound. So thank you, thank you. Thanks again to your team for sharing their experiences. And if anyone wasn't able to get all the notes that you wanted to get, or you want to share this evening's events with someone you know and care about, this entire series, thanks to Carol Turnbow, who couldn't be here this evening, and it's really hard filling her shoes as the host for this call, but she has a YouTube channel where all of these are living, all these recorded calls. So you can send all your friends to the Carol Turnbow YouTube channel, or just pull that from there and share that link with them. So thanks again, Cheyenne and your team, and everybody have a wonderful night.
Andrea, thank you for
Thank you all. Thank you all.
Great job. I enjoyed it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.